Thanks for being with us here in Owatonna tonight. Glad to have so many community fund leaders joining us for this program. So enjoy. There's more beer here. I don't think any of the taps are empty yet. And there's more food on the table, so don't be shy about getting up, even if it's in the middle of my talk, and getting more food. Just make yourselves at home. We're delighted to have now 30 small town community funds, essentially under our umbrella, where we try to do all the headachy things and allow you the freedom, the liberty as local board members to do the more fun things. Of course, fundraising can be a challenge, but many of these foundations have found fun ways to raise money, but then more importantly, to figure out how you want to take those proceeds and invest them in the future of your community. And we're enormously proud to be a partner in all of that. Most of you know me because I've spoken at all these community fund events through the years and at Rotary clubs and Lions clubs and all sorts of other organizations in your community. But just as an overview, the Southern Minnesota Initiative Foundation has now been around 35 years. Our website, yes. Wow. And we came into existence at a very difficult time for rural Minnesota, back in the middle 1980s, the agricultural crisis. I was representing this area, and we did our best, but as is often the case with Congress, we were a day late and a dollar short, and it took us a couple of years to put together farm debt restructuring legislation, and in the interim, too many family farmers lost their farm. That then had an impact on Main Street in many of our smaller towns here in rural Minnesota. So this foundation, along with 5 other rural foundations, came into existence at that time with the fundamental mission of investing in the future and the vitality of rural Minnesota. So we cover a 20-county region. We have, under the leadership of our board of directors, concentrated on 3 things for the last 10, 15 years. A lot of investments in early childhood where the needs are great, and where the payoff, the investment, really does pay off handsomely, because you get these kids ready for kindergarten, they do better thereafter. If they come to kindergarten behind, they often stay behind. But it's also an investment in their parents, because with 2 income and single parent households, they want their kids in a quality setting. So we provide a lot of resources, a couple $1 million a year in that space. A lot of entrepreneur work in this region as well, including some lending programs for new businesses and growing businesses in our region, as well as some investments in local foods, which we believe is a growing part of our economy, and it can be a part of our tourist economy here. And many of you know from your own communities the growing potential for tourism here in this part of the state. And we also have a new program called the Prosperity Initiative, where every year we recruit as many as 15 new immigrant or minority entrepreneurs to help them get their businesses off the ground and to be a part of our local economy. So there's more to that work, but it's a couple million a year. And then about $1 million is invested in a variety of small town, I say small town because I'm a small town guy from the Keister area, that's where our family farm was. A lot of small town investments, including an annual grant program, including an annual paint program for murals and historic buildings, and then our work with communities to help them create and maintain community funds to invest in their own future. So my view is that if you want small towns to grow and prosper, one of the keys is a local bank. Another key is strong local leadership, but almost without fail, another key is to have a community fund that is dedicated to the future of that town. So you're doing important work, and we're happy to be a partner with you in that work. So thanks again, and thanks to my staff, several of whom are spread around the room. Greta here, and Jane, and Forrest somewhere, right there, and Alyssa, who kind of oversees all of this work, and they're going to be kind of managing the program from here on out. I wish I could give you a tour, because I have to admit I visit this place regularly. So I know a little bit about where all the names for these drinks came from and what all the pictures on the wall are all about, but Bill is going to take you on a tour during the break, and so you'll enjoy hearing more about Mineral Springs Brewery at that time. My pleasure tonight is to introduce Dave Olson, who is the head of Morgan Stanley in this region. He's our key point of contact for our investment funds. And they have been an enormously helpful partner to the Initiative Foundation and the funds that we help to manage, which includes all of your community funds. I just can't say enough about the partnership we've had with his firm through the years, and with Dave in particular. They're meeting with our Finance Committee regularly to review our investment policies, our spending policies, how much do we dare take off of the earnings every year in order to invest in this region. They've really done a good job of managing that, and with great returns. I often reflect back on the Great Recession in the 2008-2009 timeframe. We didn't get into the same trough that other investment funds did, and I know this because I'm in that nonprofit foundation world, and we came back much more rapidly because we have very prudent investment policies, and David and his crew are a part of helping us navigate and find the proper pathway to get the returns we need that then get invested in the future of this region. So I'm going to turn it over to him to make some remarks, and then I'm going to grab my Mars and Meriden drink and settle in and be a part of the audience with the rest of you.